Hi guys, so you're in for a bit of a surprise here. This is Jim Davidson. He was a comedian and he was a game show host when I was a kid. I remember he was the host of a show, I don't remember the name, but it was related to pool. So you potted a ball in pool and you won money or you won a prize. And he also was a game show host for another show called The Generation Game. He was also a comedian, but as far as I know, he was kicked off TV for telling racist and sexist jokes. But they weren't edgy jokes, they were more blatant. So it wasn't very highbrow comedy. And I found this video completely by chance. I was scrolling through my recommended videos and I saw Jim Davidson. I haven't heard of this guy. I haven't heard from him in 20 years. So I had to watch the video. So you're going to see it as well. It is quite interesting. Now, anyone who doesn't know, this is in the UK. He used to be on TV a lot. I know he looks like a used car salesman. I don't know if that's part of his shtick. I'm not sure. But he comes across as one.
Let's see what's going on. Piers Morgan is still at it. Piers, you and I go back a bit, you know, and you're a great bloke, but I don't know what's happened to you, mate. I don't know if you're frightened of this coronavirus. We're all bloody frightened, mate. But don't bully the woman come on the other day about domestic violence and you bullied her because she didn't know how many face masks you got. So let's get the minister on for fishing and ask him about fucking racing cars.
How was the fact that somebody wasn't wearing a mask related to knowledge about something else? If he was criticizing her for not wearing a face mask, that's not a criticism of her abilities. This isn't comedy, okay? This is not him making a joke. I'm laughing at it because it's so ridiculous, but not because it's comic.
If you really want to trip people over, Piers, get me on the telly, because I know fuck all about it. I know fuck all about the military. I just adore them and do my best to try and help them. You're going a bit...
Try and help them? And what do you do to help the military? No, I don't understand. Maybe he does some charity work for the military. I try to help them. But I assume you mean soldiers, not the military, because... unless you're donating money to the Department of Defense, then you're helping the military. No, I assume I hope you're helping individual soldiers. You're helping their families, perhaps. You're raising money for them. I don't know I know nothing about you apart from that you used to be on TV.
Even old Trump. This is one of the best things that's happened this week, right? So Donald Trump has now blocked Piers Morgan. Why would he do that? Probably because Piers is being a bit unreasonable. And it's two alpha males having a go, isn't it? Piers...
Well, it's more like Piers Morgan is actually on the ball at the moment, surprisingly. And he's, showing up Donald Trump. Piers Morgan has a lot of support online. So when he says something, a lot of people listen. And Donald Trump doesn't like to be criticized, especially by people who have a considerable following.
We all know this is about you. It's always been about you. And, we're mates and you've interviewed me, but, Piers, you're the luckiest man on earth. After all that stuff in the newspapers with the pictures of British soldiers allegedly doing bad things to Iraqi prisoners, that was fake, all right? So you...
Wait a minute, it wasn't fake. It was as far as I know, most of it, maybe there was something fake, but most of it was real. Why are you denying it? There were images of British soldiers putting bags over the prisoners' heads, treating them like they were the way members of or not even members, suspects in Northern Ireland were treated in the 1970s and 80s. I do recommend there's a very good book called The Hooded Men, which is a description of a number of people who were arrested by the British military in the 1970s in Northern Ireland and were tortured, not treated badly, but tortured. And they were waterboarded, for example. They were beaten. One of them actually survived it, and he developed cancer because of the stress he went through and the beatings he received. And these techniques were copied in Iraq as well. I know a little bit about it. I know someone who has studied a great deal about it.
You got through that. We all understand that. You made a mistake and you held your hands up and you owned up. We know your brother's in the military. And Jesus Christ, people are starting to turn now. It's not about you anymore, Piers. It's about the world. We don't need you to bollock the people that are trying their best.
To bollock the people who are trying to do their best. Who are these? Is Donald Trump trying to do his best? Also, I'm waiting for him to say, look, you know, I got a nice motor out the back here. You give me £1,000. It's yours today, okay? I'll even put on a new set of tires. I'll fill up the tank. It's yours, okay? Give me 1,000 cash. Slam it down on the table. It's yours, okay?
To do things, mate. Try a bit of encouragement instead. You're going to mention this, Piers, about Trump. When I said at last week's live show that they were saying that he said you should take maybe disinfectant, have some disinfectant inside you. Now, it's been turned up on Facebook by some guy that's done a study.
Okay, then if it's up on Facebook, then it must be true.
On this, the BBC.
So a guy on Facebook did a study on this. You know that this is going to be groundbreaking research, okay? A guy on Facebook did a study.
Edited that whole press conference by Donald Trump, the President of the United States. They edit it to make it fit into their agenda.
So the people edited the video of Donald Trump recommending to inject disinfectant into people. It was the BBC that edited that. So if you saw it outside the BBC, the same information, then how the hell is that possible? How is it possible that I could actually see that video, that speech by Trump, that advice, terrible advice that Trump gave, on a source that's not related to the BBC? How is that possible? And Trump didn't come back after and say, I didn't say that. You're saying that he didn't say this, and then Trump himself didn't deny saying it. But surely if he didn't say it, he would say, look, somebody edited the video to make me look bad. I didn't actually say that. He was talking about, I was being sarcastic. You're defending Trump saying something by saying it was edited to make him look bad, when Trump himself said he was being sarcastic.
Fake news. They edited the bits out of it. They edited bits out. It's ridiculous. Why do television companies do this? They do it because they have an agenda. Especially
they have an agenda. What is this agenda?
The fucking lefty ones at the BBC.
So it's a left-wing agenda to convince people that Donald Trump said something that Donald Trump himself didn't deny. How the great have fallen. So if you want to check out this channel, Jim Davidson, if you look on YouTube, you'll find Jim Davidson. I honestly found it by accident, and I said, "Whoa, there's a blast from the past," and I see things have not really improved. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks. Why not become a Patreon and enjoy access to our Discord server where we share news, chat, and have some fun? If you become a patron, you can also make video suggestions on topics that are important to you. Check it out via the link in the description.